would have thought holding an umbrella under lights would be a problem.
You have to stand under a parasol. That must really suck in a hot studio.
The whole
Tom.
show under an umbrella, that would be terrible.
And inside this, buttercream!
I guess we're gonna get some buttercream?
Step right up for the buttercream!
All right. Larry the Armadillo is gonna give you, because he's lost his, some eyes! Candy eyes from Larry.
That's almost like buttercream. We
Look
could have
at
rimmed
that.
it. It's adorable.
It's cute, right?
Yes.
Got a little ghost. What is the most iconic Halloween Disney Parks treat? What do you got, Jack?
A churro.
That is
So we're thinking.
This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Larry the Armadillo of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks all around the world. Here now the news for November 1st, 2024. I can't do the entire news with Larry's parasol, so I'm going to put it down. I'm still dressed from our Halloween show we had here in the studio on Halloween night. Thank you those who watched it on WDWNT.tv. But let's get going with the news, shall we? Before I steal any more license plates. A former Walt Disney World cast member is being sued for changing menu information after being fired. Some of his alterations included dangerously falsifying allergen information, according to local news station WFTV. The filing, which can be found in whole on Scribd, alleges that Michael Schur was fired in June of 2024, but continued to have access to the menu update system for 3 months after on personal devices. The lawsuit alleges that he hacked the system in retaliation for his firing. The changes weren't noticed until he changed the font to Wingdings, a style that uses symbols instead of letters. This was finally enough to draw attention, though allegedly other changes had included profanity. The bigger issue was the changes to allergen warnings, namely the threat actor manipulated the allergen information on menus by adding information to some allergen notifications that indicated certain menu items were safe for individuals with peanut allergies, when in fact they could be deadly to those with peanut allergies, reads the document. Schur's attorney told NBC News that the allegations acknowledge that no one was injured or harmed. I look forward to vigorously representing my client's side of the story, and that Schur has a disability that he believes impacted his termination from Disney. The affidavit details an account from an FBI agent investigating the case. The FBI raided Schur's residence and seized electronics containing evidence of the misconduct. The lawsuit alleges that Schur's actions caused damages upwards of $5,000. Obviously, that is crazy because someone could have died. As we learned from the whole Raglan Road situation, it's very serious. So the fact that that was not locked down and that person was able to get in and no one noticed is not good. The Plaza restaurant at the Magic Kingdom saw the return of a beloved food item, even though we didn't notice for several weeks. The restaurant's classic steak fries were removed amid menu changes back in 2016. The Plaza loaded fries were introduced at that time, but with shoestring fries like those you might find in any quick service restaurant. The shoestring fries were also served as the new side with entree dishes. The removal of the steak fries and other changes led guests to stop eating at the Plaza restaurant. Of course, they got rid of a number of items, including the original turkey club, which was there forever. But the steak fries came back about 5 months ago, and I'm happy to report they are delicious. I'm so happy they're back. If you watched the vlog I did about Lightning Lane Premier Pass at Walt Disney World, our big review, you saw the French fries make a cameo in that video, and yeah, I'm very happy they're back. I will start eating at the Plaza again now. I literally stopped eating there unless it was for work in 2016 because of this change, and now I will return. Christmas stars now line Sunset Boulevard at Disney's Hollywood Studios as they prepare for the holiday season. These classic pieces of decor are made of red and white tinsel and shaped wire. They jut out from the lampposts lining both sides of the street. And at night, lights hidden within these stars will illuminate, casting the street in a seasonal glow. The stars lead all the way down to the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, which will get in on the act with sunset season's greetings after sunset during the holiday season, where the projections turn the building into a gingerbread house, a gift-wrapped present, a snowy village, and a Toy Story hotel. It's almost time to celebrate the holidays, and Disney's Animal Kingdom is now decked out as well with Merry Menagerie decorations. There are lanterns and other items of decor inspired by the Merry Menagerie puppets around Discovery Island, where the show takes place. Fake stylized birds have taken up roost on some of the island's lampposts, and the rooftops of Riverside Depot and Island Mercantile are lined with white lanterns inspired by animals like owls, foxes, squirrels, and doves. The crews aren't done just yet. There's large gaps where more decor will go. Of course, Merry Menagerie is a freestyle show featuring puppeteers and musicians. The life-size animal puppets wander among the guests, interacting with them while the musicians play holiday music. This is easily my favorite entertainment offering anywhere in the world, bar none. Around the corner on the walkway to Pandora, the world of Avatar, is Merry Menagerie's mural. The show doesn't wander this far, but a PhotoPass photographer will likely be stationed here from time to take pictures of guests with the mural. The show returns with the holiday season beginning on November 12th, and there will be new Merry Menagerie merchandise this year as well, although Disney has not shown it yet. Meanwhile, decorations for Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights, hang across the walkway outside of Feathered Friends in Flight in the park's Asia section. The decorations are on strings of light hanging between the theater and the river, and they include yellow gold garlands and lanterns. Diwali is celebrated from October 31st through November 1st this year, although we don't expect any special entertainment for Animal Kingdom for the holiday. The decor will stay through the entire holiday season, though. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT, and their team will design your next magical vacation, from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. Breakfast has returned to Satu'li Canteen in Pandora, the world of Avatar, as of today, Friday, November 1st, with a new menu. Satu'li Canteen served breakfast daily back when it opened in May of 2017, but within a few months, breakfast was discontinued, which is a shame because it was quite good, and we even did an exhaustive review that not many people got to take advantage of. It's now returning full-time with new and updated dishes. One of the new breakfast items is the tropical Pandoran forest fruits with fresh yogurt, muesli, and honey. A returning item is the cinnamon French toast with blueberry cream cheese, passion fruit anglaise, and sausage. You can read our original review at WDWNT.com. It stands true, even though it's from years ago. And returning with an updated description is the slow-roasted pork shoulder potato hash with chorizo sausage and charred onion sauce. I remember that was very good. And another returning dish is the vegetable goat cheese frittata with wood-fired beef tossed in chimichurri. These breakfast items will be available beginning again today. Satu'li Canteen is listed as opening at 10 a.m. every day. We assume it's going to start opening earlier because they have actual breakfast now, but that remains to be seen. We're recording this late Thursday night, early Friday morning. So I know Eric and Nana are heading out there at 8 a.m. tomorrow to find out, and we will report on the site and on social media. So for the latest, of course, check those out. Disney's Blizzard Beach Water Park will have new menu items when it reopens on November 4th. Disney announced that the Warming Hut will have a new barbecue pork sandwich with bacon and fried onion straws on a brioche bun. Icy Expeditions will have a new apple pie churro and praline sundae. And you get into the holiday spirit at Lotta Wada Lodge with the returning peppermint shake. The vanilla and chocolate milkshake has peppermint beverage syrup, whipped cream, a brownie, and a cherry on top. And when the water park reopens, Typhoon Lagoon will close, of course. So be ready for that. Again, November 4th, the return of Blizzard Beach. Guests can now make advance reservations for the Cake Bake Shop by Gwendolyn Rogers at Disney's Boardwalk. The Cake Bake Shop opened last week and was temporarily only allowing walk-ins, but reservations are now open on Open Table. Currently, same-day reservations are available. The restaurant side of the venue is open for breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner. Of course, you can watch the review right here on our channel. 2 reviews, one of just the cakes and another of the lunch and dinner menu. The Halloween Golf Cart Parade returned to Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground on October 30th, and we were there to check it out. You can watch the full parade right here on our channel. It features guests in their personal golf carts, but also some of the rented ones from Fort Wilderness in costume, and often inspired by Disney parks. There were some real good ones this year. That Darth Vader one was crazy. The Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin has announced a $275 million update, including a meeting space expansion and upgraded guest rooms. The hotel will add 120,000 square feet to their pre-existing meeting and convention space, bringing the total to 469,000 square feet across the Swan, Dolphin, and Swan Reserve. The largest contiguous event space will be 175,000 square feet total. The expansion includes a two-story annex at the Walt Disney World Dolphin Hotel, the first major expansion of the hotel's meeting space since 2003. The annex will connect to the existing convention space. Guests will enter an open atrium with floor-to-ceiling windows, a two-story chandelier, and a winding staircase. And there'll be 41,000 square feet of multi-purpose space and 24,000 square feet of additional pre-function space on the first floor. A 41,000 square foot divisible ballroom and 14,000 square foot foyer will be on the second floor, and the building will feature state-of-the-art event technology and enhanced flow between new and existing guest areas. Outdoor power and infrastructure will be installed next to the annex, adding temporary structures in an environmentally friendly way for groups needing more space. The design of the annex will reflect the original hotel design by Michael Graves, with modern elements, water themes, and warm wooden touches. It'll break ground in November of 2024 and is expected to be completed in the late summer of 2026. The update also includes the modernization of the hotel's existing 333,000 square feet of meeting space. Ballrooms, corridors, breakout spaces, carpets, and air walls have already been upgraded at the Walt Disney World Dolphin with a color scheme of whites, blues, grays, and natural wood to align with the hotel's water theming and offer a fresh, bright ambiance. The Walt Disney World Swan Hotel's meeting spaces are currently being upgraded and are expected to be complete by the summer of 2025. All guest rooms in the Walt Disney World Swan Hotel will be remodeled. New modern guest room designs will feature luxury tile flooring, and this transformation will be complete this year. The Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Hotels opened in 1990. The Walt Disney World Swan Reserve opened in late 2021, adding 349 rooms to the Swan and Dolphin's accommodations. Two things here I want to talk about. Number one, the rooms at this resort were abysmal. I never stayed here until the COVID period, 2020. The rooms were so dated and just very bland and not worth the price. So I'm glad this is happening. Also, I am a huge Michael Graves fan. I love his architecture. And so the fact that they're going to use that as I hope it's not just PR jargon and they actually mean that they're going to use Michael Graves' original designs as inspiration, because I think some of the changes they've made in the lobby and some of that doesn't necessarily match Michael's style, but hopefully they're heading in a different direction now. We've learned more about the changes coming to the Spider-Man Stuntronic show at Disney California Adventure, which is rumored to end soon, but will have additional performances in November. According to our sources, the stunt performers of the American Guild of Variety Artists Union are being cut from the show, which is officially titled The Amazing Spider-Man. It'll continue with just the Stuntronic, a stunt-performing robot made to look like the Marvel superhero. There will be no more rooftop stunts performed by a live actor, although a live actor will reportedly still climb down the building's wall for the meet and greets following each show. When we first reported the rumor, several sources told us that Disney had already informed performers of the show's November ending. It turns out what this actually was it's ending for the performers in it because they're being let go. But the show will now run more times a day with less to it. We assume it'll also be shorter. Disney hasn't confirmed this. Disney went to the OC Register to kind of clean up this story a bit. And I've reached out to them and I still haven't gotten anything back from them at this point, because we would like a statement about if they have indeed cut performers or not. I feel it's somewhat disingenuous, and we would like to report the true story here. So stay tuned for more, but either way, based on how many people have reached out to us, definitely some people have lost jobs here. This is a long line of budget cuts we've seen now, including the entirety of the Doctor Strange show that was in Avengers Campus as well. This is a shame. Live entertainment is part of the heart and soul of these parks and is important to maintain. So hopefully we can turn this ship around at some point. Disney Cruise Line's Disney Treasure has set off on its transatlantic journey to its home port in Florida. On October 29th, the Disney Treasure embarked from Eamshaven and is now on its way to Port Canaveral, Florida. Well, kind of. The transatlantic journey is over 4,500 miles and will take 2 weeks to complete. Its first port of call will be Funchal, Portugal. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, where it'll make a brief stop before heading back to sea. During the crossing, final preparations will be made. The Disney Treasure's maiden voyage will set off from Port Canaveral on December 21st. Of course, we will be there to bring it to you, but also they're stopping somewhere in November for the christening. I don't know that I'm allowed to say when and where that's happening. I don't know that we're allowed to, so I won't. But they're definitely not going to Port Canaveral first. There's another big stop on the way for that christening, and then it'll be heading to Port Canaveral. So stay tuned. Lots of Disney Treasure content coming your way starting at the tail end of this month and continuing through December. We're going to be focusing a lot on this new ship. Air France will begin direct service between Paris Charles de Gaulle and Orlando, Florida next year. Service between Paris Charles de Gaulle, or CDG, and Orlando International Airport, MCO, will begin on May 21st, 2025. Air France will offer direct flights on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Guests will fly on an Airbus A350-900 aircraft, which has 34 business cabin seats, 24 premium seats, and 266 economy seats. The route will provide guests with an easy connection between the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida and Disneyland Paris in France. Air France last serviced this route way back in 2012. Currently, guests hoping to travel from one of these destinations to the other have to make at least one stop, usually in London or another major U.S. city. I think I usually stop in Atlanta. This is Air France's 18th U.S. destination, and it's 25th in North America. The last time I was able to go I only started going to Disneyland Paris in 2018, and the only time I ever flew direct, other than from New York, was they did have an Orlando flight with, I think it was Norwegian Air. It was not reliable. In fact, the one before mine was completely canceled and the people were stranded. But mine did take off and get there, and I got very lucky flying them back as well. Air France is a slightly more reputable airline. I will say I had the worst experience possible with them when I took my parents to Paris for the first time last year. They really treated us very, very poorly, and it's a shame there are not other airlines that offer this, because I don't know that I want to give my business to Air France, but it's worth noting that it exists. You want to take your chance. I've had good experiences with them too, but man, the last one was, I won't even tell you the details, but it was my parents were so mistreated simply because my mother needed a wheelchair. They almost made her miss the flight, even though we showed up 3 hours early for it. It was nuts. It was ludicrous, but nonetheless. Before we end today's show, I just want to mention real quick, that is the real deal. That is Santa Gertie. That is the sample, and the real ones, the shipment is arriving soon. So we've already sold over 700. There's only 1,000 being made, so we're nearing the end. Get your pre-order in now if you want to have them for Christmas, whether it's for you or a gift. Get your orders in now at wwnt.shop or carouselofproducts.com. When they're gone, they're gone. We're not making more ever again. So this will be it, and I assume Disney will never make one. So your last chance to own a Gertie plush is upon us. For the absolute latest on all these stories and more that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check wwnt.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make this show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss and Larry the Armadillo saying enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and your special spice is what makes this complete. It's from the ride.